It's always nice to see an array of jewelry. It's always a great starting point. You're starting to create images in your head. All of this is just sort of information that you try and translate into an on-body experience that leads to the powerful images. There's something about the authenticity that comes from somebody choosing to adorn jewelry in a certain way that leads to this personal reflection and how they're involved in the creation of an image that then becomes this iconic sort of touch point of the culture. Jewelry has always been a part of the journey, and certainly for these MCs. A couple of these pieces, like 2 of them take me to a direct photo that I took. Him rocking the big rope chains. There is this presence that they have. It adds and heightens the mood of any given artist. Like this one of this sort of angel holding this diamond on this really simple chain. There was a shot that I did of Rick Ross wearing not a dissimilar version of this, and I just wanted to rip it off his neck and run out of the studio. I look at this Jesus piece here too. I mean, it's hard not to think about Biggie in that moment. How Biggie sort of made that initial statement. I've always wanted to shoot actually Biggie's Jesus piece, like just to have as an artifact. Jam Master Jay's chain, as I understand it, is buried in. Just like I photographed all of Slick Rick's jewelry back in '98, as well as just recently on the Victory album. He asked if he would bring everything. It's the crazy Libra piece, just to showcase how important moments of time are and pieces belong to a certain moment. If I look at these wings, I think about a fabulous chain that was made from nothing to something, an album that I did. Put this one on and I just instantly thought about DMX. Always wore a choker that was very simple, almost like if you think about where my dog's at and that sort of love for his dog Boomer, he was going against the grain. I'm here to give a message, I'm here to pray with you, but I'm also like, if you look at me funny, I will knock your head in. The moment he was doing it, everybody else was over the top, multiple chains, and even gifting a chain as like, you're now signed to this record label, here you go. It was more representing something bigger than yourself. I always go to Cash Money. These are the humble beginnings. I mean, it's a very, very simple gold chain, just with the Cash Money records. It was such a source of pride. Slim, Baby, Manny Fresh, Lil Wayne, Juvie, and Turk. Another great example, Juvenile, who really kicked down the doors, I think, for Cash Money initially. I look back at this time with such fondness because there was such a buzz, man, chasing these artists all around the country, being in New Orleans, showing like, you know, what was that city like, what did it feel like, and building something with a crew of people making moves. I certainly study style everywhere I go. What are people wearing? But I think it's more based on me trying to find my own version of what I'd like to wear. I remember the first chain I bought, I was in England and I saw it, and it was a Cuban link. It was not unlike this. It was like 65 pounds, and this was in the 80s. And my uncle was just like, here's the 65, like go and get it. And I rocked it, and it was the first like nice piece of jewelry that I had. It was just really getting into this rap game. Like I always felt like I was the part because I was contributing in a really rich way. Like I look at these set in stones or whatever and I think they're incredible. It's gone past the chain for chain's sake. Let's get into the artistry now. Taking that care to work with a jeweler who is an artist. It's not a statistic, it's a personal reflection of your soul and how you rock it and what you rock it with. Timeless classic jewelry, man, it's never going anywhere. This aspirational aspect of what jewelry is as well can also be a beautiful motivating force. And then when it's personal and chosen and artistic and worth something and valuable and it makes you feel good, like what a combo deal. That's what we're in it for. What is the one shot that I have yet to take? You know, it takes more, I guess, to answer that. The next one is the one that's most important because that means you get to do it again. So that is opportunity, allowing another chance to have a moment of creativity and artistry. I have ideas, for sure, you know, and I'm trying to manifest some really good stuff. There's artists that I certainly want to work with, but I guess we'll find out.